Alright, I'm Wavnium. So, we have the June 5th update notes, but not the tit reveal, I guess. Maybe I'll check some of my places to try and find it, but... So, June 5th, such update notice. It'll just be 2 hours, like usual, on, of course, Wednesday. So, the new one, Family Hierarch Candidate Ishmael, Season 6 Identity, and then Heathcliff, Extraction. Of course, Walpurgis is supposed to be soon, apparently, so... new packages, then who buys this junk? All overpriced junk. Yeah, and step over that. Now, this is interesting. The stage 830 additional adjustment survey results. So clear rate for survey, yeah, 70% of people have cleared. And clear rate, no, that's on the second survey. Now after the nerf, it has increased to 86%. Of course, there's also people who will start eventually, but additional adjustments, revert back wins. But if they would or not, I voted for revert it back, alright, but now weird 829. Wait, what's 829? In-game data records. Oh wait, so if there was more people would have played it eventually, but I think they should have at least waited like weeks between each of them, but a total of 8,700 and yeah, 5,000, 6% higher. But in-game dev referred that that's it. It's all people who have cleared that stage. 12% higher. Yeah. Ah, they're maintaining it. Okay. There's high percentage of managers who wish to revert difficulty back to pre-adjustment state, but we will not be making immediate adjustment at this moment. We intend to maintain the current difficulty and continue to monitor the situation. So, I feel like this is going to be like a big topic. My opinion on this. They should revert the nerf on Wei Hang, but instead buff the player. So, since they have special... Hongwu and Ryushu have special buffs for this fight. Hongwu on Clash Win will gain 1 ego resource of a random one. Ryushu just does more damage. I think they should buff those instead of nerfing Wei Hang. So, make it where Hongwu's will maybe start off with 3 of each ego resource, along with their like ego resource passive, and maybe just increase their base power by 2. And for Ryoshu, just increase their base power by 2 along with their damage bonus. I think just by adding, by buffing the player instead of nerfing the enemy, it would have been a better way to go about it. Instead of just, oh, let's nerf the unbreakable coins. I think they should have went the other way and just buff the player instead. If there's something that they would want to nerf with the enemy, don't have it end the turn after that still. Same thing with the 833. Remove the end the turn part of still. Also, nerf the thumb so that they're 200 HP. You have to kill them in 1 turn. Sometimes it's on the turn where he does the attack. It's when he runs out of rounds or something. And then it's every 4 turns, I believe. And then the changes. They need to have it where back in Runia, like, I'm gonna use Philip as an example. It would tell him what turn he would use Blazing Strike in his buff. So, say Philip will use Blazing Strike in X amount of turns. Bring that back, but for these bosses. For example, say instead of just read the password, you have to count the turns, and then when he swaps, you have to count a different one for when he'll use his still. So, I think having it have his buffs say how he will use it in blank amount of turns will really help with more people who are not, actively counting the turn count with the passives. Yeah, I didn't. So, but I think it will help stuff like Chains of Others or other debuffs going into that attack. And of course, nerf have the thumb people stay. They make them like normal thumbs. Like have them just have like the same stills, and then just have them be like a normal enemy there when they get spawned in, so you can actually kill them and prevent them from reloading. Have them stay for maybe 3 turns, and then they will give him the reload if they're not killed. I think that'll be way more, better for the game. I don't know about fairness though, but it's not. I mean, the player already has 12. Whatever case, I'm not the one to make choices on it. Now, fix the incorrect description of Tears of Tarnished Blood Sinclair. So before on hit 30%, this is just incorrect description. Okay, so if a Xuna has 30% or less HP, Or is that 20 flower bearing pin stack reuses toin once per still, which kills him. Yeah. Wait, what's the difference? Interact description. On hit, if this unit has 30% or less HP, Tama, or is that 20 flower bearing pin stack, reuse this toin. Oh, reuse this still! Oh my, wait, oh. Reuse this still. Instead of speaking of choice events, the main story dungeon recalls the error code 75215. Issues on enemies with issues. The issue where certain patterns don't work properly. The issue where meeting the unlocked instance does not unlock the observation lock. I still don't have it unlocked. Fix the issue where turn progressions does not work properly in certain situations. Fix an issue where the camera zoom in effect in the main story of Tanto 8 does not work properly. Fix the issue with assist defense still to activate against targeted fixed effects. Okay, so I remember that was a bug where you prevent like Hongwu Ding and Takun, I think. It makes an issue where equal voice on would change, but not making specific conditions to do so. Fix an issue where a certain gameplay cutscene in 2.19 does not work as intended. 2.19? What was that? Changed and added warning text that appear when starting the game. Oh, I don't know what that is. Bug fixes. Adjusted the Tears Tarnished Blood to erosion still animation. And made produce a background image of main story Tanto 8 selection, so like the background when selecting the stages. Fixing issue where some of the attack animations are missing for the enemy in 830. Fixing issue where certain in-game resources are not checked for updates when progressing through the game. Adjusted the issue where in rare cases, Google Brute automatically refunds paid shop items. Huh? Address the issue where certain panic names get too long, text is too small to read, just by the following line breakups, so like they'll break up the line. Improve the button in the pop-up window when downloading in-game resources. Fix the issue where certain still name UI appears incorrectly. ENJP owned. Oh, that's in battle. Fix the issue with stagger threshold tooltip text not appear properly. Fix the typo announcer Zigan Ziru voice lines. ENJP only. Typos and grammatical errors in the part 3. JP fix the issue with certain text not load. JP fix various typos for enemy stills inscriptions appearing at 830. 300 lunacy and be trained until the 12th. Alright. Now I have to find the tit somehow. Alright, found the tit. Here is Family Hierarch Candidate Ishmael. So, Crimson Strike. So, if I remember correctly of Xichun's stills, let me bring them up real quick. So, I'm on the wiki. So, Crimson Strike. So, the one from Tanto 7. So, this was really like a standout because of the 2+2 rupture count afflictions and heads hit offensive level up. So for Ishmael, she deigns just on hit inflict rupture count, and in second turn just rupture potency, and on crit deign offensive level up compared to Xichun's heads hit. And if it has targets as X types of negative effects, Trash Power, deign Toin Power by Rupture, and then Poise and Poise count on Trash Win. So that's different. This is more Poise focus. And then compared to this one, and then still 2 or untrashable. Oh, so this is probably of the retreating maneuver. Okay, let me read this. Upon retreat, apply X offensive up to next turn into allies in their deployment order. The allies equals launcher stacks on self. Family allies a G family unit. Apply Y offensive up next turn instead. Does not affect allies that either return a substitute. If this on a turn this unit is substitute return to field, then ready. Then at combat start. As the very first still in still order, use Crimson Strike Launcher against enemy random target. Oh, that's a random one. So untrashable. Assume already and then ready plus attack weight. 2 toins. Then poison town. Oh, this will destroy your town. Wait, this affects potency. This should. If you have an ally dies, Xichun pops in, gains a bunch of attack weight, and destroys town. Oh, rough. Okay, Rupture Breathing Resolve. Until this unit's attack sustained poise equal to Rupture on target. This unit gained X poise with buff effect, then poise count equal to Rupture count on target. In a trash, if this unit's offense level is higher than targets, then Trash Power in a trash. If this offense level is higher than the targets, with the more Rupture potency, Rupture count unit's base attack stills. So first we have to see what this is. So maybe this could be. Maybe this would be like +3 or something, so you still gain 1 count. Or you have to hit the first toin, so in trash you could lose that count toin, but So what means to see how much more you inflict and what values on each of these. And what, yeah, this one, Launcher is still on me. Yikes. Oh, Adept Invasion. Combat start at X launcher, perform a battlefield retreat at turn end. Upon retreat, move to the foremost place in backup units deployment order. Turns first for other backup units substitute in. Dane Poise Town. On invade, Dane Poise. You just have to have launcher first. How you get launcher is I don't know. When getting resolved, use the defeat encounter by assist, sensory substituting identity. That's backup unit deployment order. Next turn, chain battles. If this is a backup unit or has been retreated after the following combat start among 2 units who are 1 at X HP or lower, and 2 use the defense still, choose the identity of the fastest deployment order, turn end, and the identity recovers from stagger, caused by damage and forms a battlefield retreat. That's gonna be the most interesting thing. But you have to have them as a backup unit, so you can't have them not be selected. So if you want that, want someone to retreat, you have to be playing the Hierarch Candidate. Now there's still 4 toins compared to 4 toins here. Crimson Phoenix, same name. So Rupture Town on crit, defense level down. Rupture Town on crit, defense level down. And third toin on hit, Dane Rupture. No, poise equal to Rupture. Headset, Dane Poise Taunt. Oh. You don't think any Poise Taunt going into it, too. No, like Flash Win or anything. You have to heads hit the third toin for Poise Taunt equal to Rupture Taunt. Oh, great. After you just use 2 toin. Or actually, I'll increase it. If there's at least +2 or something, could be good. Deal X poise damage yourself plus rupture on target, damage on critical hit, on crit kill to the enemy, then offensive. It's one of those very specific ones. Crit kill, a crit kill, then offense level up. Put that 2 normal Xichuns. So they both have if targets X type negative effects, then deployment power, X rupture, then deployment power. Same thing on this. So one rupture count, one rupture count. So it might just be 1 rupture count. I mean, you'll be down 2 rupture count. And then on hit, Dane inflict defense level down and offense level up next turn. And Dane poise, heads hit for poise count, so that remains the same. And then on crit 50% damage, or this one has you need poise on self and rupture damage on critical hit, I guess. And then offense level up on crit kill. So I'm assuming it will just be free. On crit kill fail against enemy. Oh, it doesn't have that. It doesn't have the fail kill. And I was worried they made the third toin a multiple toin, but I'm glad it's not. I'm glad it's single toin. Alright. So it is, you still gain attack weight, and then at launcher you gain attack weight. So Dane toin power by X types of negative effects. Dane toin power X type sum of rupture and rupture count on main target. Trash win Dane poise. And then compare that to here. There's negative effects, base power plus 5. Wait, what? No, it's just toin power, not base power. Oh man, that's a downgrade. Holy heck. And then over here, Trash Wind inflict 2 rupture counts. So Trash Wind Dane poise. Oh, that's worse. That's worse. And then on crit, you inflict rupture count, but potency normally. So deal X plus poise on self plus rupture on main target percent damage. Deal X plus poise on self, rupture main target damage on critical hit, and damage on critical hit for every launcher on self. And then on hit inflict rupture, on crit inflict rupture count, on crit Dane poise and poise count, on crit kill Dane poise count. It doesn't have the bleed. It's interesting that Xichun has bleed, but this one won't. I have to burn it. Oh man, I'm tired as heck. I was drinking tea earlier. Oh, weird tea. How did I get launcher? Oh yeah, did they wait, no, you don't get launcher from that. Let me check the other things. Alright, here we go. Ready, max free stack. No changes you spent in retreat or as backup unit. Launcher max stack. Interest unit has spent active. Okay, so it's the active turns in the encounter. Then assist max stat. That's when they die. Battlefield retreat. Yeah, that's the same as a Deviat, right? So they just send it from just being in fight, and the other one from when they leave the fight for how many turns. So overall, I don't think the count is sustainable, since right now count is, I mean, the Haisho Mao branch do give plenty of count because of death rights, but I'm assuming it's gonna be just +1 count, +1 count, +1 count, and then on Trit you get count on that. Don't know how much count we go by the previous one. Okay, now this one has on question for 2 counts. So assume the Trit is 2 count. Let's assume the Trit is 2 count then, and then the poise. But I feel like the 4 toins, I don't know why they made launcher 2 toins. That seems, and it's just potency, not any count. So I think the main thing they're doing against this unit would be launcher. I think the uncrashable attack that inflicts rupture potency and Dane's attack weight. I think this might be bad for count. In mirror dungeons, yeah, they'll be fine. They'll do just fine. But in normal fights, it's, well, we may think that this probably would need the other Jai family units. Because imagine one of their things about Gia family units. So I'm assuming you'd want to run her with the other ones if they do make more than just Hongwu. And then I'm still not. There's probably a point where it's actually compared to this one, because this is not an actual like thing, but I think it's some of this stuff, like the rupture count just moved downward, but I think it's pretty bad when this one just seems way better, because the count on the first toin is just having it on both of them, and the heads hit for the easier offense level, even if it's a +5. I don't know the levels of offense for this. Maybe this one might be a +3 or something, so it'd be better for general damage, but not for count. So I, of course, I haven't started any of this season's identities, and I'm probably not starting with this one. I would be waiting still, but I've been Wavdium. Bye.